There's one simple action you can take on Payday that will make you rich, and most people never do it. It's not complicated. It doesn't require genius-level intelligence or advanced financial knowledge. It takes 10 minutes to set up and happens automatically from that point forward. But this single decision, made consistently every payday for 10 to 20 years, is the difference between retiring wealthy or working until you die. The action is this: pay yourself first. The moment your paycheck hits your account, before paying bills, before spending a dollar, you transfer a fixed percentage directly into investments. This isn't leftover money. This isn't whatever's left at the end of the month. This is the first transaction, non-negotiable, automatic, and sacred. I'm Kyle, and today I'm breaking down exactly what to do on Payday to guarantee wealth, why this works when everything else fails, the psychology behind it, and how to set it up so you never have to think about it again. If you implement this, you will get rich. It's not a maybe, it's a mathematical certainty. Let's dive in. Here's the core concept. Pay yourself first means treating savings and investments as your first bill, not your last priority. Most people do this. Paycheck arrives, pay rent, pay utilities, pay debt, buy groceries, spend on lifestyle, save whatever's left, usually zero. This is backwards and guarantees failure. The correct sequence is paycheck arrives, immediately transfer 20 to 30% to investments, then live on what's left. You're reversing the order. Instead of saving what's left after spending, you're spending what's left after saving. This psychological shift is profound. When you pay yourself first, savings become automatic and non-negotiable. When you save what's left, savings become optional and usually don't happen. The math is simple. If you earn $5,000 a month and pay yourself first with 20%, $1,000, you invest $12,000 a year. At 8% over 30 years, that's $1.47 million. If you save whatever's left, you'll average $100 to $200 a month because life always finds ways to consume money. That's maybe $150,000 over 30 years. Same income, completely different outcome. The only difference? Order of operations on Payday. Here's why paying yourself first works when willpower fails. Willpower is finite. If you rely on discipline to save at the end of the month, you'll fail because you're exhausted from a month of financial decisions. Every day, you make hundreds of small spending choices: coffee, lunch, subscriptions, impulse buys. Each one depletes willpower. By month's end, discipline is gone, and there's nothing left to save. Paying yourself first removes willpower from the equation. You automate the transfer on Payday, so saving happens before you have a chance to spend. The money is gone, moved to an investment account so you can't access it easily. You're forced to live on what remains, which trains you to adjust spending to fit a smaller budget. This is the secret. Instead of trying to resist temptation, you eliminate temptation by making the money unavailable. It's not in your checking account, so you can't spend it. Simple, but devastatingly effective. Let's talk about the exact percentages. If you're just starting, aim for 10 to 15% of gross income. If you earn $4,000 a month, that's $400 to $600. It feels uncomfortable at first, but you adapt within 2 to 3 months. Once you're comfortable, increase to 20%. This is the gold standard for building wealth. If you maintain 20% for 30 years, you'll retire a millionaire regardless of income level. If you're aggressive, push to 30 to 40%. This is for people pursuing financial independence early. It requires extreme discipline and lifestyle sacrifices, but it cuts decades off your working life. If you're behind, start with 5%, then increase 1% per month until you hit 20%. The key is starting immediately and increasing consistently. Most people never start because they think they need to save 50% right away. No, start with 10%. Prove you can do it, then increase. The habit matters more than the amount initially. Here's how to set it up so it's automatic and foolproof. Step 1. Open a separate investment account, brokerage, Roth IRA, or 401k. Keep it separate from your checking account so you're not tempted to access it. Step 2. On Payday, immediately transfer your target percentage, let's say 20%. If your paycheck is $3,000, transfer $600 instantly. Step 3. Invest that money immediately into low-cost index funds, S&P 500, total stock market.
Don't let it sit in cash. Step 4, automate this. Set up automatic transfers so the money moves from checking to investment account on payday without you touching it. Step 5, forget it exists. Don't check the balance obsessively. Let it compound for decades. Step 6, adjust annually. Every raise, increase your percentage. If you get a 5% raise, increase your savings rate by 2 to 3%. This ensures you're always escalating without lifestyle inflation. The entire process takes 10 minutes to set up and runs on autopilot forever. Let's address the psychology of scarcity. When you pay yourself first and transfer 20% immediately, you're left with 80% of your paycheck. Your brain panics. I can't survive on 80%. I need 100%. But here's the truth. You'll adapt. Within 60 to 90 days, living on 80% feels normal. You cut unnecessary expenses, optimize spending, and realize you didn't need that extra 20% anyway. This is called Parkinson's Law. Expenses expand to fill available income. If you have $5,000, you'll spend $5,000. If you have $4,000, you'll spend $4,000. By paying yourself first, you're artificially constraining your budget, which forces efficiency. You stop wasting money on things that don't matter and prioritize what does. The irony, people who pay themselves first often report feeling less financially stressed than people who spend everything, because they have security and momentum. Scarcity creates discipline, and discipline creates wealth.
Here's what happens if you don't pay yourself first. You'll spend your entire paycheck, every month, forever. Even if you get raises, promotions, and bonuses, spending will expand to consume it all. You'll reach 50 with zero savings, wondering where it all went. The brutal reality, if you're not paying yourself first, you're paying everyone else first. Landlords, credit card companies, subscription services, restaurants, retailers. You're making them rich while staying broke. Every dollar you spend on consumption is a dollar that can't compound into wealth. Over 30 years, that daily $5 coffee, $1,825 a year, becomes $286,000 if invested. You're not just losing $5, you're losing $286,000. When you pay yourself first, you reverse this. You're prioritizing future you over present you. You're choosing decades of freedom over years of convenience. Most people never make this choice, which is why most people die broke. Let's compare two people earning $60,000 a year. Person A doesn't pay themselves first. They spend their entire paycheck monthly, saving whatever's left, which averages $100 a month. Over 30 years at 8%, they accumulate $147,000. At 4% withdrawal, that's $5,880 a year in retirement. Poverty. Person B pays themselves first with 20%, $1,000 a month. Over 30 years at 8%, they accumulate $1.47 million. At 4% withdrawal, that's $58,800 a year in retirement. Comfortable, free, secure. Same income, same job, same opportunities, but person B retires with 10x more wealth because they paid themselves first. Person A spent 30 years enjoying life and ends up working into their 70s. Person B sacrificed marginally for 30 years and retired early. The difference isn't income, it's discipline on payday. One made paying themselves first sacred, the other made it optional. That single choice determined everything. Here's the advanced strategy. Increase your pay yourself first percentage annually. Start at 10%. Year 2, increase to 12%. Year 3, 15%. Year 5, 20%. Year 10, 25%. Every raise, every bonus, every windfall, increase the percentage. This creates exponential wealth acceleration. If you start at 25, earning $50,000 a year and save 10%, $5,000 a year, increasing to 25% by 35, $15,000 a year at $60,000 income, you'll have $500,000 by 45 and $1.5 million by 55. Most people do the opposite. They decrease savings rate as income grows because lifestyle inflates. They earn more but save less as a percentage. This keeps them broke forever. The winners increase savings rate with income. They bank every raise. They treat bonuses as investment fuel. They optimize for wealth accumulation, not lifestyle performance. By their 50s and 60s, they're financially free while everyone else is still grinding. The difference wasn't intelligence, luck, or income. It was doing one thing consistently on payday for decades. Let's talk about obstacles. I can't afford to save 20%. I have bills, debt, kids, responsibilities. This is the most common objection, and it's usually false. The median American household earns $75,000 and saves less than 5%. But there are families earning $50,000 saving 20%, and families earning $120,000 saving 0%. The difference isn't income, it's priorities. If you truly can't save 20%, start with 5%, but audit your spending ruthlessly. Most people have $200 to $500 a month in waste, unused subscriptions, dining out, convenience fees, impulse purchases. Cut that waste and redirect it to savings. The second obstacle is, but I have debt. Pay yourself first anyway. If you have $1,000 a month available, split it. $600 to debt, $400 to savings. Paying yourself first while eliminating debt creates momentum and prevents the trap of, I'll start saving after I'm debt-free, which never happens because new debt appears. The third obstacle is fear of missing out. What if I need that money? You probably won't. And if you do, you can access it. But 99% of the time you won't, and it'll compound into wealth. The people who get rich from paying themselves first share specific traits. They automate everything, no manual transfers, no relying on memory. They treat savings as sacred, non-negotiable like rent. They start immediately, even with small amounts. They increase percentages annually without fail. They live below their means and resist lifestyle inflation. They ignore what peers are doing and focus on their own trajectory. They don't check balances obsessively. They let compounding work silently. They celebrate privately when they hit milestones, then refocus on the next target. They view payday as wealth-building day, not spending day. They're patient, disciplined, and relentless. By their 40s and 50s, they're wealthy, while everyone else is still broke. The difference wasn't intelligence, luck, or income. It was doing one thing consistently on payday for decades. At the core, you will get rich if you pay yourself first on payday. It's not optional. It's not flexible. It's the first transaction, automated, non-negotiable, and sacred. Start today. Calculate 20% of your next paycheck. Set up an automatic transfer to an investment account on payday. Invest that money immediately into index funds. Increase the percentage annually. Live on what's left. Ignore lifestyle inflation. Track net worth quarterly. And commit to never skipping a payday transfer no matter what. Do this for 20 to 30 years and you will retire wealthy. It's not a dream, it's math. Tell me in the comments, will you pay yourself first on your next payday? And what percentage will you start with? This is the habit. This is the decision. This is how you get rich. Let's do it together.